We officially have too many great movies this year. Here are my top 20 most anticipated movies of just March. Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League. I heard the title, I'm in. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Again, I heard the title, I'm in. That's all I need to know. Odessa is a post-apocalyptic musical. I'm sold. Black Bag is about two married retired spies played by Cate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender. When she's accused of betraying the nation, he has to make the ultimate choice: loyalty to his marriage or loyalty to his country. Now, usually I wouldn't be super interested in this, but it's by Steven Soderbergh, the director of Ocean's 11, Logan Lucky, and Magic Mike, and it's from the legendary screenwriter David Koepp, who wrote Mission Impossible 1, Jurassic Park 1, and Spider-Man 1. I gotta see this. Locked is a horror heist movie starring Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins, about a thief who breaks into a luxury sedan only to realize he's slipped into a sophisticated game of psychological horror. Holland is about a woman who suspects her husband might be leading a double life, only to find out it's so much worse than she thought. Death of a Unicorn is a black comedy horror movie from A24. It's about a father and daughter who run into a unicorn on their way to an ultra-wealthy friend's house, and the ultra-wealthy friend decides to use the unicorn's corpse to try to cure cancer. And then the unicorn's mate comes along to destroy everyone who is involved in the exploitation of this animal. And it stars frickin' everybody, apparently. Ash is a sci-fi horror thriller about a woman who wakes up on a strange planet to realize that her entire crew has left her for dead, and she doesn't know she can trust the only man sent to rescue her. If you watched Passengers and wish this was a horror movie, you want Ash. It stars Eiza Gonzalez and Aaron Paul. The Alto Knights is the most gangstery movie since The Godfather. It's about a mafia head who puts out a hit on a different mafia head, and both of them are played by Robert De Niro. I'm not kidding. The Electric State is a steampunk movie that stars everybody who isn't in Death of a Unicorn, apparently. Opus is about a journalist who gets invited to a pop star's house after his death, only to realize this whole invitation is part of his elaborate game. Control Freak is a horror movie about a motivational speaker trying desperately to stop a parasite that's taking over her mind and body. I'm really hoping this is some sort of trippy, surrealist body horror movie, because I am totally in for that sort of movie these days. F, Marry, Kill is about a woman who suspects that her boyfriend is a serial killer. Borderline is a comedy thriller about a pop star who gets her home invaded by a fan who decides we are going to get married whether you want to or not, and creates a wedding atmosphere. It's Misery as a black comedy. So Torn is about a seamstress on the verge of bankruptcy who comes across a drug deal. She has three choices: commit the perfect crime, call the police, or walk away. And we get to see the outcomes of each one. If you liked If Then Else or that one Community episode with the die rolling, yeah, you're gonna like this. And she has to use nothing but thread to save herself. This is such a good way to play with the medium of film. The Woman in the Yard is a psychological horror movie about a woman who appears in the yard. I'm sorry, based on the trailers and the plot synopses, that's all we know. But the trailers show such a good way of using the medium of film to play around with this random stranger who just appears out of nowhere, and how to use its budget to the fullest extent. I need to see this. A Working Man is a Jason Statham movie from the director of The Beekeeper. That's all you need to know. Novocaine is a comedy heist movie about a man who can't feel pain, played by Jack Quaid, who dives into a bank hostage situation to save his girlfriend. In the Lost Lands is from the director of Underworld. That's all I need to know. But on top of that, it stars Mila Jovovich and Dave Bautista, and the trailer goes unreasonably hard. Y'all, watch this trailer. It's incredible. It has steampunk, it has robots, it has western, it has medieval fantasy. This movie has everything. You gotta see this. And of course, Mickey 17. It's from the director of Snowpiercer and Parasite and stars Robert Pattinson as an expendable who his job is to go do dangerous missions and die, and then get brought back whenever he dies. And now the 17th incarnation of himself accidentally survived. And now he comes face to face with the 18th one and the legal proceedings of which one gets to live. What are you most excited for? Follow me on YouTube, Blue Sky, and Patreon at Movies and Heists for more movie love. You can get these videos early and help fund my movie at patreon.com/moviesandheists. Special thanks to these patrons for helping to fund my movie.